damages to surrounding homes. It is currently inactive, but could begin it again at any time.
I have something to say about this.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's been erupting from 1983 to 2018.
Yeah.
Why is your home still near the volcano?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The thing that I'm imagining is like when you have a snow day and you're seeing if your school is going to get the snow day.
Oh, it's a volcano day?
It's like a volcano day, and you look and it's like, we got to go to school. You know? A volcano just erupted.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Off the Pone podcast. I'm here with my producer.
Fuzzy.
You're not a producer, you're a co-host.
You pointed at me.
Yeah. Producer over here.
Corey.
Uh-oh, I lost headphones. You gotta plug that back in. It's an absolute disaster today.
We're doing good. Don't let it derail you. It's a good start.
No. I'm stoked.
Tonight.
You can't fuck with me, dude. I've had too much fun, dude.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm having too much
fun.
I got wasted at the Secret Show last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you do Secret?
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know how it actually went.
Oh, okay. Were you late?
No. I was late in the show. Yeah. I was there early drinking.
I still don't have
Risen
headphones.
it up.
I went and we did Hyenas last night, headlined. And my set was, I would call the audience floored.
Okay.
They were floored by me.
325?
I still don't have
by the way, everyone, we're going to get to volcano eruptions pretty soon here. That's the topic today.
We got to set a light.
But we're going to talk about that. There's going to be a timestamp for you to jump to that if you hate us and you think we're gay and you're a volcano nerd.
Welcome
That's
to the
fine.
show.
But before we get to that,
this is a disaster.
make sure at this point you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, report.
Dude, stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Do not
report us. God.
Please do not report us.
People will do it just for fun, and will ruin our lives.
Like people
Stop doing
All
that.
right, don't do it. I'm sorry. That's the last time I'll say
Bleep report out.
I will.
Bleep it out. Yeah.
But
that's
people
like
will
crazy.
think I'll say the N-word.
I lost it again.
This
The cables are all like twisted like this camera.
Dude, they're fucking twisted.
is twisted. Here's the thing. We've been putting out fires.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
We've been putting out fires
Firefighting.
left and right. Josh
Yeah.
Kabaza, he's extremely worried about the banks collapsing. He's not here. He's opening up a new studio and he's fine. Everything at the new studio is fine. He literally walked in here and I was like, "Are the banks collapsing yet?" He's like, "There's a meeting going on right now." It's like,
It is
"Oh,
funny.
you're not watching that meeting that you're super interested in, Josh?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a good chance that he's not working on a studio at all, and he is literally just figuring out this bank situation right now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's what I really think's happening.
Yeah.
I honestly think
Yeah.
Anybody that says they're putting out fire, if you've ever had a boss who says, "Oh, living the dream, putting out fires left and right," that guy has done nothing all day.
Yeah.
That guy clocked in at 9, got a coffee, and he's been on ESPN. It's 11:35, and he has not done. He's not checked a single email.
There's a pretty good line in that show Suits that I've been watching where there's like this head honcho guy and he walks in and he's not doing anything and he goes, "Don't you have work to do?" And he goes, "Listen, man, if I had anything to do, I wouldn't be doing my job." That guy's in charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, dude. Banks might collapse. The pod's going good.
Absolutely, we're absolutely on fire right now. Speaking of fire, let's just jump in. Let's just go straight in.
Let's jump in.
Yeah.
Let's jump. We did a good job.
Let's jump in.
Forward.
All right, topic this week. I'm so excited about this. Volcano eruptions. Beep, 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 beep.
Louder. Josh is Andrew Tarr.
Pretty close. Andrew Tarr joining us as a producer. So if this episode is trash, you can follow him at Andrew Tarr on Instagram.
It's at Tar Pit.
Tar Pit, that's right. I'm excited about this topic though. I was a geology major in
Yeah, you like
college.
this type of shit.
Yeah, I do like science. We should do more science stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about it, and I like when we figure it out.
Yeah, and it's a fun vibe.
You like to pretend you know more than you actually
Okay, well that's such horseshit. That is such horseshit. Hold on, when we did Space Race, I crushed Space Race.
You did.
I
Actually,
crushed
you
Space
fucking knew
Race.
so much about that.
Yeah.
But you did think the sun was cooler than the moon.
The sun is cooler than the moon. Are we back to this? Or, Andrew, which is cooler, the sun or the moon?
I mean, are we talking temperature-wise or?
No, we're not
just like,
talking temperature, you
what do
fucking idiot.
What do you like more? If they were people, which one would you want to have a drink with?
Which one's doper? No, which
that's
one is
what we're
more
talking
cool?
about. Well,
All right,
the same question.
No, let's see what he says. Let's see what he says.
Sun's cooler than the moon.
That's what I'm
my
saying, dude.
God.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, the sun shits on the moon. Also, most important thing, when you're looking at the moon, when you see the moon, where's that light coming from? Where's that light come from?
People think it's the
People
sun.
wouldn't even be able to see the moon without the sun. That's how cool. That's how bright the sun is.
The sun's
as a
bright as
star.
shit, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Dude.
it's like a star. Like you know how we call somebody a star? Like this
Yeah.
person is a star.
A sun is a
You know
star.
why we call them that?
Yeah.
Because a star is the coolest thing that there is.
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying, dude?
You just kind of blew my mind.
You know
a
what
bit
I'm
with that
saying?
one.
God. We need to
Okay.
re-release that episode too.
I think what's actually happened is I'm just depressed.
Yeah.
And I don't like the sun right now. I just want to be out when it's night. I like my circadian rhythm has been off for doing comedy so hard these last few years that it's just like I only enjoy doing things at night.
Dude, being out there in the day.
It's the heat down here too that's got me all fucked up. Why is it so hot?
Yeah.
If the sun was so cool, why is it so hot?
What do you mean?
Why can't the sun be like, yo, my bad? It's too fucking
Because
entitled.
it doesn't give a shit about you, bro. What do you mean it's too entitled?
The moon, waves. You like waves? You like big surfs, dude?
Oh, we're not even back to this. We're not even back to this. Big Surf is still the sun.
No, it's the moon.
Yes, it is.
Lunar.
Yes, it's Big Surf is storms. Tides are moon.
Tides, bro. That's chill as fuck.
Tides are chill. Sure.
Moon's chill, though.
Sure.
Sun is trying to kick our ass.
The moon has a lot going for it.
This is the sun. Poof. Fuck you, fatty. Poof.
What? I feel like you're going through some stuff.
All right.
You're going through some
Volcanic
stuff. Hold on.
eruptions.
That's stuff that happened to you
Yeah.
that you're now taking out unfairly on the coolest thing that we have in our solar
The
system.
star thing is a great point. You
Yeah.
made a really good point with
I
that.
know.
All right.
I know. No, but I do like stuff like this. I was a geology major in college for a minute, specifically planetary science, and I also just think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, a couple different types of. Do you know the types of volcanic eruptions? Do you have a slide on that? Oh, here we go. All right, go for it.
A seismic,
Go for it, Corey.
Seismic one of them? No.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
you're just saying words. That's pretty cool.
That's earthquake.
So this is just kind of going over what happens when a volcano erupts and different types of volcanoes. The main causes of volcanic eruptions are tectonic plate movement, seafloor spreading, earthquake, tsunami, and subsurface magma movement.
Seafloor, that's misleading. So seafloor spreading and tectonic movement are the same thing. That's what seafloor spreading is. It's two tectonic plates moving away from each other.
Or towards each other, right?
Well, on the other ends, then you have two tectonic plates moving towards each other. So so if you've got two plates here, right, and these two, let's say these two are moving together here, and this one's sliding under this one, over here is where you have the seafloor spreading, because it's that plate that moving this direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just like a car crash
Come on, dude.
for the ground.
For the ground.
No, what are you doing? But slow as shit. You know, it's like, no, bro, fucking turn around, bro. Fuck.
Super slow, dude.
On this graph right here, you see all these little dots and how like volcanoes almost only exist along tectonic
The
plates.
Ring of Fire, as
Yep.
it's called. That is the Ring of Fire. I run down and burning fire.
You got your four main types of volcanoes right here: cinder cone, composite, shield, and lava dome.
Lava Dome. That's a cool name.
What's Hawaii? A lava dome?
Hawaii is lava dome.
How is there not a sports team that's the Volcanos and they play at the Lava Dome?
Unbelievable, this guy.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable, this
Yeah.
guy. Listen, if you're out there, this guy is just unemployed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody needs to be, that's a great idea.
I'm a big idea guy.
Oh my God.
I can't put pen to paper.
I know. It's a tragedy in your
Yeah,
life. Yeah.
yeah.
And the way you dress, it's unbelievable.
No, this is cool, dude.
Yeah, super cool. And you
don't like this?
No, it looks great.
This isn't a cool shirt.
No, you look great. Well, hold on. It's the whole getup.
We're on. I'm
No,
comfy. It's
listen,
not.
I wasn't gonna call you out, but you kept going with it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people would say I look cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm on that Sandler shit, dude.
Let me ask you this:
That's my
who would say that? You say a lot of people would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Name 4.
There's probably 2.3 billion people in Pakistan that would agree.
Yeah. All right. That might be true. You are cooler than 90% of people in Pakistan.
That's what I'm
That is
saying.
true.
So they see me
Yeah.
and they're like, "Damn, this guy's like a fat Pakistani Adam Sandler." There's a lot of people that would say I'm cool.
from Wisconsin.
From Wisconsin.
What is going on with you, dude?
The lava dome. That's a good idea, though.
Lava dome, yeah. Play in the lava dome.
So this bottom part's how they measure eruptions with the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI. It's a numeric scale that measures the relative explosivity of historic eruptions. It measures from 1 to 8.
Dude. 1 to 8? I wonder why they do that. I wonder why it's not 1 to 10.
I have no idea.
I also see it often measured in kilotons as if it's a nuclear explosion. I see that a lot.
They
too.
compared a lot to the powerfulness of their explosions to how many atomic bombs.
It would be. Yeah.
Oh.
Which is interesting. Did you go see Oppenheimer?
I did see Oppenheimer. You saw it yet?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the whole thing about the movie Oppenheimer, real quick.
Yeah.
Is that it is the whole movie, the entire movie is like, yeah, I'm building a bomb and I like communist pussy. That's the entire movie is about a guy who's building a bomb and is addicted to communist pussy. And I thought it was good, but it was unoriginal to me. It was just like this. It was.
It's just the story. It's just the story of.
But the way they did the movie, it was exactly like The Social Network.
What do you mean? Just dialogue? Just because it was just dialogue? There's a lot of dialogue. It's a lot of dialogue.
It was a courtroom scenes with flashbacks to the moments that they're talking about, which is exactly how they did in The Social Network. And
the score is incredible.
all I'm saying is Mark Zuckerberg and Robert Oppenheimer are basically the same person.
Did Hans Zimmer do the score to this one?
No, who did? I don't know who did the score, but it's the maybe score is not the word that I'm looking for. Just the sound overall for the movie.
Speaking of score, who's ready to erupt? Get ready for Las Vegas volcanoes! Lava dome, get loud!
Lava dome explode!
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Now who's ready to erupt?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, bro. This is a fucking $1 billion.
It's a $1 billion idea,
Dude, if I win,
hello, Mark Cuban.
I've got a new lottery dream, real quick.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My new lottery dream is to win the lottery and then buy like an XFL team, or because I probably couldn't afford an NFL team,
Right.
And make myself a player coach,
Yeah.
and then be starting quarterback. And like throw a ton of interceptions, and and then anytime someone on the team goes, I go, "You're cut.
You're cut. You're out of here, dude.
cut."
You're out of here. You know how this works. That's so funny.
Let's go, lava.
I could see you owning an arena football team.
Oh, that'd be so fun. That's definitely a dream of mine, is to general manage something like that. But
You know what it is? Hold on, back to Oppenheimer though. A lot of people said it was boring, and I didn't find it boring at all. And I realized the differences. I think a lot of people didn't know his story before, and like I've kind of been obsessed with him for a while.
Right.
So like I was super in it the whole time, and I knew exactly what was going on the whole time. And then like at one point I looked over at my wife, and she was just like, I don't know what the fuck these people are even talking about.
and you
at
had
this point.
general interest.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan doing that movie is an interesting choice because his movies are so dense and hard to follow as it is that I would imagine that it would be hard.
There's a thing going on with Christopher Nolan. It's been happening for probably like the last 10 years since its Inception came out or whatever, 15. Everyone just says his movies are really good because they don't want to act like they didn't understand and be dumb.
Right.
I disagree. Well, I disagree. So, okay, as somebody who has a long history on this show of being very interested in physics, like I will tell you, Interstellar is an unbelievable movie.
I love Interstellar. That's my favorite Nolan movie. What happened in Inception?
What do you mean? What happened?
steal- a dream.
What happens in Inception?
They go into a dream, inside a dream, inside a dream, inside a dream, and then at the end, it was all a dream.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, listen, that one's
You
fine.
see what-
That
and
one's
everyone's
fine, but
like,
that's why-
Nolan did it again.
Well, hold on. So I don't do that. I don't do that with Inception. Inception's a really good movie, but I think his masterpiece is Interstellar.
Memento.
Or Memento. Memento's unbelievable.
That's
Yeah,
a Nolan
Memento's
movie.
unbelievable.
Christopher Nolan could be president and he could make abortion illegal, and every liberal would be like, but the way he plays with space and time. You know? Like, I'm telling you, there's a thing going on. I like him. I like the movies. I'm not hard to
You think
please.
they're overrated?
I think there's not overrated. There's a thing going on where everybody seems to enjoy them and say they're really good because they don't want to be the guy that's stupid and left out.
But also The Dark Knight
Yeah.
is incredible. Like, it's almost a shame that movie is a superhero movie in a way. Like, does that make sense? Like, because we think of it as like because it's not like a fucking Guardians
Marvel
of the Galaxy just shit out fucking. And those movies are great.
I
They're
like the
super.
Guardians,
They're super entertaining, but they are like popcorn, like over budget, just insane colors and fucking whatever. The Dark Knight is like
Amazing.
Standalone is an incredible fucking movie.
That
Fucking Batman
trilogy.
Begins.
Did he do all three of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman Begins is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
God,
Those are
if he did another superhero movie,
I don't think he'll ever do
I think
it.
he said he won't.
yeah, and it's probably a good move. Oh, anyways, all right, back to volcano eruptions, dude. So we got the things. This is Hawaii. Here we go.
Kilauea.
Kilauea. This is located on the southeastern shore of the island of Hawaii. Kilauea is considered the most active volcano in the world. It erupted continuously from 1983 to 2018, and it has been erupting sporadically since then. Kilauea has millions in damages to surrounding homes. It is currently inactive, but could begin it again at any time.
I have something to say about this.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's been erupting from 1983 to 2018.
Yeah.
Why is your home still near the volcano?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The thing that I'm imagining is like when you have a snow day and you're seeing if your school is going to get the snow day.
Oh, it's a volcano day?
It's like a volcano day, and you look and it's like, fuck, we got to go to school. You know, a volcano just erupted. Do they have, I'm sure they have something. Yeah.
Well, if your house burns down, I'm sure.
So this is a time lapse of someone that couldn't get their car.
I was going to say, go get it. It looks fine. Go get the car.
It was, I don't know why, but this is a time lapse of this just swallows. This is from Kilauea. Just swallows this car up.
Is that how it looks? Is that how fucking...
That's lava, yeah.
Well, so this is a shield eruption, right?
Because it has the rocks over it?
Well, no. So like when it's like a big explosion, like Mount St. Helens, like you didn't really see any lava. That was a pyroclastic eruption, right? This one's like slow. It just sort of oozes out of the ground and just like comes out and swallows things slowly. Like Pompeii was a pyroclastic. You know that story where everyone was just like died instantly or whatever because that exploded and just came down the mountain at like hundreds of miles an hour.
Those are typically the worst.
Those are the most destructive ones. That's where you don't want to be near one of those.
And weren't people petrified in Pompeii? Like they found, like
yeah,
they were
exactly.
Like,
they were. It was so fast that they were like instantly frozen in time.
Hawaii actually, and when I think of volcanoes, I thought Hawaii first. But honestly, most of the volcanic activity in Hawaii is not that dangerous.
It's not. It's not that. It's visually interesting, like visually, kind of what we think about like a volcano looking like or whatever. But it's. I think it's the least common. And the least destructive.
Because it's just usually it's a slow flow.
Yeah.
Like they know it's happening. It's also cheap to get land around where there's erupting volcanoes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna come for the winners.
Just come for the winners. Longest erupting volcano, 1902. Eruption killed 5,000 people. The ash from the eruption was carried as far as San Francisco. Where is this?
This is in Guatemala.
Guatemala. You ever been there?
No.
Me neither.
This was followed by 20 years.
Well, don't read it silently.
This was followed by 20 years of dormancy. New eruptions began in 1922 with the extrusion of a lava dome complex in the crater left by the 1902 eruption. The lava dome complex, named Santiaguito, is still active today with over 1 kilometer square or kilometer cubed of lava erupted so far. I think it's supposed to be
Kilometer cubed?
Yeah.
Do we have any sort of volcano defense system?
What? No, but like in your head.
Yeah.
In your head, what is? Oh, you gotta do it when I point to you. What? In your head, though, what would that look like?
Well, again, I'm a big idea guy. I'm not pen to paper.
Yeah.
But I would imagine something like it's a helicopter, and you go over it, and you freeze it.
Freeze it.
Or like you put like a big bag over it or something. Mm-hmm. You know, like how when you get a Stouffer's microwave lasagna, and it comes with that foil over it, so then when it doesn't.
So why don't we just put some foil over?
Why don't we just do that?
Somebody should just cover Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens erupted with the force of like 400 5,000 megaton nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is aluminum foil.
Or the clear thing that comes on the
Yeah. Not a bad idea.
I'm telling you.
Who knows?
There's got to be some sort of material that can do something with this.
Well, volcanic eruptions are not that dangerous to us here in the U.S. because there's not that many here.
Except a secret one.
Except the problem is the sleeper giant in Utah, which is like
Wyoming.
or Wyoming. Well, isn't part of isn't part of Utah in there?
It's underneath Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, right? Yeah. I'm in the neighborhood.
You're close. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the
Well,
vicinity.
if it the idea is that if that explodes, that'll be like that whole region of the United States will just blow up, and then the whole world is like.
The problem with it is there's 2 other super volcanoes right next to that one, to where like one of them goes, they're all going.
We're all fucked.
We're all fucked.
We'll get there. We're not there yet. All right, we're at San Maria though. Pretty cool. Mount Vesuvius preserves Pompeii. We were just talking about this.
Level 5, by the way. This out of 8, this one's just a level 5.
Go ahead.
I think
The eruption of Vesuvius began on August 24th, 79 AD, and continued into the next day. Residents of Pompeii and nearby Herculaneum, who decided to stay put rather than flee, met their ends when a blast of ash and gases barreled over the city walls at over 100 miles per hour, killing every living thing in its path. The blast destroyed Pompeii and Herculaneum. It also perfectly preserved them. The cities and their citizens remained exactly as they had that summer day in 79 AD. Frozen in time under layers of ash for over 1,000 years, this is considered the first volcanic eruption to be described in great detail.
So there are still people like this you can go see?
Yeah.
That are fucking from 79 AD and they're petrified like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen exactly the way they were when it went off. Now, let me ask you this. If you know you're going to get petrified, what kind of pose you strike?
Right, that's the fucking,
That's the
it's a
question.
different game now.
Yeah.
Right back then, you didn't have any research and you're like, what's, you know?
Yeah.
But if you know it's coming,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the jerk off is the funny thing.
Yeah.
Did they catch anyone while jerking off?
I think sex. I think they
We've
think
got all of this next. So.
Okay. You know what I do?
What? That's pretty fucking good.
Right there.
I would, man, you wouldn't have time to do it, but I like to think there's like a guy that was crazy and predicting the volcano was going to explode and had a sign that just said, I told you so. Just pointing.
The one crazy guy.
Yeah, fuck, that's a good question. What should you do? I would fucking have a mini hoop. I would have a basketball hoop that was actually like cut in half.
Yeah.
So it was only 5 feet, and I would be
dunking on
fucking
it?
dunking
Just
on it. And I'd be
dunking on
like,
it?
damn, this guy was throwing down a sick ass dunk. This guy was throwing down a windmill.
Yeah.
It's just my fat ass.
That's how much he cared about his game, dude. He was still practicing.
He was trying to get one more in, dude.
Yeah, that rips.
So this, there is actually multiple brothels. So preserved beneath the layers of soot, ash, and horror lies the real secret of Pompeii, its filthy, erotic past.
Ooh.
To this day, 25 brothels have been unearthed at Pompeii. The city at its peak had a population of around 12,000 people.
Wow.
Lupinar Grande was the main brothel.
That sounds like a fucking superstar, dude.
Lupinar Grande,
Lupinar
yeah.
Grande?
He's the greatest.
You guys
soccer
going to the
player.
Lupinar Grande show?
Sounds like a Taco Bell special.
Yeah, it's true too.
It was the main So Lupinar means brothel.
Okay.
So this is the
So
main.
it's the big brothel.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the main brothel of Pompeii. Inside were preserved paintings on the wall. These were used as a menu to depict what was offered inside. Special coins were found throughout Pompeii that had sex acts displayed on them. These coins were called spintrae, or Roman brothel coins. They were used for patrons who didn't speak the native tongue to order what they wanted. Graffiti was also found with everything from pricing to reviews of prostitutes carved on the walls.
It's funny that there's a guy, he's from fucking France or whatever. He's there, he's visiting, and he's looking, and he's like, you know, I want this
want
one,
that
and
one.
it's just him getting pegged
Well, I was gonna say, do you think that's a dude?
in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or do
I
you think
think-
that's a woman?
I think it was cool to be gay there.
What?
So it was It was not frowned upon for men to sleep with other men as long as the man you were penetrating was of a lower class status than you.
Oh, we've
like
talked
that.
about that before. Yeah,
I like that a lot.
remember that, yeah.
This right here.
That's how I feel now.
These are all over the.
Brum, 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 brum.
These are all over the roads of Pompeii, and
That's sick.
they point to the brothels. They just have dicks. That
Ah,
lead to the
that's cool.
brothels of
That's so
Pompeii.
cool.
That's so cool.
I would love to go.
They were so cooler than us, dude.
Yeah,
This
Do
is
you
they,
think it was I mean, was it acceptable? Do you think there was like hush hush, or do you think people just like openly were like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the brothel after this,
Pompeii was a wild place. It was
like Tortuga?
It was like a trade city, but a lot of wealthy people lived there, and I mean, most of the people that were having sex, it was with slaves. They didn't leave the confines. This picture right here is of one of the rooms. Most of them didn't even have windows.
Oh yeah, that's the thing that is about this that we're not thinking about that sucks is everyone that worked there were slaves.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was just cool ladies that wanted to fuck.
Yeah, no, it's never that.
All the paintings look just elaborate, but then when you look at the quarters, it's just like a concrete
Yeah,
bed that you
not
couldn't even
good.
lay sideways in. And
Not
barely, this is a suite with the window.
8,000 a night.
Mount Tambora. Have you heard of this one?
Yeah. Largest. Yeah. Go ahead.
Largest eruption in human history. You want to read it?
No, you got it. You got it.
This one's at level 7, so one step lower than the highest.
We're getting up there.
On the evening of April 10th, 1815, Mount Tambora, which measured about 14,000 feet tall, exploded so violently it left a nearly 4-mile caldera where the peak once was. After the eruption, Tambora stands at 9,300 feet. Considered the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history, Mount Tambora spewed nearly 36 cubic miles of ash, rock, and gases into the atmosphere. This blocked out the sun and is believed to have cooled the Earth's temperature by nearly 5 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's insane. 5
The
degrees
whole
all over the
Earth?
Earth is crazy.
Damn, we need one of those right now.
That's so bad. No, that's not good. You don't want that. That's like crops and shit die for a whole year and we have no food.
but it'd only be
causes-
99. You know?
Is this the one? I might be getting this confused with. Krakatoa, but isn't this the one where it's like the loudest? It's also the loudest recorded
That was
sound.
Krakatoa.
Krakatoa, yeah. That's
That
what
was
I thought.
heard like tens of thousands of
Miles
away.
away.
as well.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. People in fucking.
That
whatever.
like redefined what we think of as sound. Even I think.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what the fuck
What
was
was
that?
that?
And then people in Krakatoa, ah!
It
Dead,
wasn't
dude.
even one of the. It wasn't like a. It wasn't one of the biggest explosions. It was just a very violent explosion, very loud.
Krakatoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this was the
This was
big
the
one.
biggest. Yeah, this is the initial or the biggest in human history. They were much bigger before we got here.
All right, here's going to come a big retard moment.
Here we go.
I just realized now
Yeah.
that the reason that the volcanoes have the open pits is because
They
they've
explode.
erupted
Yeah,
before.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
always just
Yeah.
thought, that's what volcano. Oh, it's a
That's what they
volcano.
look
That's what they
like.
look
Yeah,
like. No, it's because they've
Yeah.
exploded before.
That's like an earth pimple.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Yeah.
It's a good way of looking
It's
at
a
it.
great way to look at it.
I know, dude. I'm a fucking genius. It's
And-
crazy. I'm here right now.
And this, so we have these under fucking. Yeah, we'll get to it. Yeah.
The initial blast, pyroclastic flows, and tsunamis that followed killed an estimated 10,000 people. 80,000 more people died from famine, disease on the surrounding islands.
See, that's what scares me about all these is not dying in the eruption or like a let's say a meteor hits the earth or something like that. It's not getting hit by the meteor that scares me. It's being on the other side of the planet when it happens, and then you gotta just try and live through the fallout.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I would want that for a situation like this, but in everyday life, like instant death sounds better. But like if this happens, I want to see what happens. I want to see how shit plays out.
Like if a meteor hits Earth, you'd rather watch it play out.
I'd rather watch it play
So
out. Yeah.
on the opposite, because I don't think you're not thinking about like, depending on how bad it is, like let's say if it's nuclear fallout, then all of a sudden we're just like in caves trying to survive, right? Which is nutty. But also if it's like still enough where like life can kind of go on, but like crops and stuff die and shit like that. Dude, then people are just fighting over food and shooting each other and fight. Dude, I want no
Yeah,
part
just
of
see how long you can go.
Nah, I want no. I have a kid, dude. I want no part
Yeah.
of civilization collapse. Fuck that. I'd rather just take it on the fucking chin. I'd rather look, you know what I mean, and just be over.
This
Right?
would be quick then.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be quick.
I-
My biggest nightmare is that we've talked about it before. Is the fucking EMP from the sun or whatever. Like the sun, the EMP just goes off and
Shortwaves
shuts off all the electronics on the world and just like resets everything. I mean, society collapses in like hours. I think it's like hours. I think it's like if literally all electronic items just shut off and then there was no internet and there was no way to recover it. I think it's like 6 hours before it's chaos in the streets, right?
How would
think
we
it's
know
less.
though?
How would we know that happened?
Because there's no electronics, so it'd be like, I guess
We wouldn't. It would just devolve. It would just devolve
Right.
into chaos.
You might be in some city in fucking Wisconsin and everything's cool, everyone's getting along, and then down in Illinois they're having a fucking civil war.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know that it'll be that.
You don't
type
want to
of
be
shit.
in you don't want to be in the city when that happens.
Right,
You want to
and
be out there where nothing's going
The
on.
people that are actually going to be finding that situation is farmers. The farmers are the
or
only
people living on public land and shit out in
Yeah.
fucking Montana. They'll have a few months of cool.
But then the marauders, the raiders, they're gonna
They'll
come,
come through,
you know,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
it's gonna eventually become.
actually, you
it's
know
gonna
what?
be a
It's gonna be
Genghis.
like a pirate society. You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of into it.
Right, it's just how far
it'd be
can you
fun.
go?
Yeah, it'd be
because
fun.
we're still needed. People are like we'll be jesters again.
Yeah.
There'll be some guy that's like Genghis Khan and he's rolling.
Shows will be sick.
He's showing through the Midwest and he's like, oh, this is my funny dude. I fucking like this
You'll,
guy.
you'll be a slave.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
you make the wrong joke and your fucking head comes off.
Yeah, but you play the game, bro. You see how long you can go. You just see how long you can go.
yeah.
That's what it's all about at that point.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
At that point.
Be
doing
a
it
cool
now.
thing to put on a business card. You get to be called a jester again.
Yeah.
We can do that now. Do you have a slide about the guy who stayed?
The one that died.
Yeah, we can talk.
We can talk about it.
talk
Yeah,
about
I
it.
did.
Yeah.
He stayed in Mount St. Helens.
There's a dude who was like, you know how those people in Florida, like let's say Florida, they're like, all right, this hurricane's gonna kill everyone, and then there's always that one family that's like, we live here, we're staying.
Yeah.
There was a guy on Mount St. Helens who lived there like his whole life, and they were like, hey man, the volcano's going to erupt, and he was like, I know, this is my home, I'm staying, and just took it on the chin.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, the Mount St. Helens, they evacuated.
They knew it was going to go off. So there was a long period before the eruptions where you could, and you might have pictures of it, where you could see the mountain swelling. You could see it like swelling up. And all the scientists were like, yeah, this is going to be insane. And they evacuated the whole surrounding area. And then there was one guy who was just like, I'm staying.
Dope. What year did Mount St. Helens happen?
80?
81.
81?
Damn. It'd be so sick if something like that happened today.
Why?
The TikToks.
The TikToks would be fire.
Yeah.
Literally.
Here we go.
You have a video of Mount St. Helens? There's really good footage of Mount St. Helens.
Oh, 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there was good footage and everything. I thought for some reason I thought you said 1800.
No, and you're right. This basically did just happen. Like in the terms
Yeah.
of a geologic timescale, this did just happen.
Yeah, we're still in the same time period.
Yeah. That's it right there, dude. What if you just played a video of 9/11? That's a whole mountain, dude.
There had been 2 strong earthquakes.
This is where it swells and collapses.
Yeah.
On May 18th. The bulge could stand no more, and as it broke loose and thundered down the mountain, it did so with a speed that kept millions of tons of earth airborne for the first several hundred yards. Earth propelled by an explosive force equal to that of a hydrogen bomb.
Mount St. Helens was kind of edging. Not yet. Oh. Fuck.
See, that's what you don't want. That's the pyroclastic flow. You don't want to be caught in that shit.
Boom.
Fuck.
See, I also think, dude, this is where we need to like be fun. Instead of a newscaster, I think you get a sportscaster to call this.
Right, exactly. The lava dome.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you ready?
Boom.
Oh.
That is crazy that this just happened here.
And it could happen again too, right? Mount St. Helens is still an active volcano.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I think it's funny that Native Americans, they abandoned the hunting grounds 3,600 years ago, but we're like, nah, let's just build a town right there.
Oh,
Is that right?
Storm Chasers. That's a good episode.
Okay.
Oh,
Storm
I love
Chasers.
Storm Chasers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I know
Yeah.
a lot about.
Yeah.
I follow. I actually watched that show on what was it? What network was it on? I don't remember. It's free on YouTube now. But there's like 3 seasons of Storm Chasers. Do you remember? You know what I'm talking
It
about?
was the History Channel.
Was it History Channel? Did you watch that?
A couple episodes.
Okay, there's a guy. So there's 2. I think you would actually fucking love this show because there's 2. They follow 2 different teams, right? One is a guy who builds like a truck. He calls it the TIV, I think, which is the tornado intercept vehicle, which is just this big truck. See if you can look it up. It's just this big truck that's like fortified or whatever.
Should we wait to talk about this on the next episode?
We can tease it.
We'll tease it. We'll tease it. Well, I just because actually I want you to watch like 2 episodes of this before we come in.
Okay, yeah.
Because there's dynamics of this show. The science and stuff is fun. That's the part that I like. But there's a battle between the 2 main teams that you would be really into.
Fuck yeah.
Because there's one time this guy is like kind of like the whole time he's like kind of making fun of the other dude because the other dude kind of takes his idea but he makes it better. But the other dude is like. Oh, dude, he's kind of a pussy where he's just like, he can never get in the tornado. And the other guy builds this thing. He's been trying for like 10 years to get in the tornado. He has like an IMAX camera or whatever because he wants to get this final shot for his fucking IMAX movie and his like whole life is riding on it and shit. And then this other guy, I think his name's Reed, he builds it and he goes out and they're like first time out gets in and it pisses him off so badly. And he's like, fuck you, I fucking...
Yeah, he's driving past him. Fuck you, faggot.
Yeah, dude. Pretty much. That's pretty much what happened. He passes him, but I remember this in my mind. So he passes him. He just goes, "We got in one back there," and he's like, "What the fuck, dude?" It's
still on.
I don't think so.
It just says 2007 to open.
I still follow this guy's YouTube channel. It's tornadovideos.net is his company.
The Reed guy?
Reed, yeah. Reed, I'm plugging you, dude. Come on the show.
You
That'd be
sound
cool. We might be able to get him.
Yo, I just want to say this
Timmer.
now. Based on what I know, that I don't even know the other guy's name. He's a pussy. Reed, you're awesome.
Dude, it really is kind of like that. I want you to watch at least. I think they're only like 20-minute episodes. Watch at least 3. Watch an hour.
I'll watch it. I'll watch them tonight. It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube free.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's a Discovery show, but yeah, I believe we just looked and they're on YouTube.
There he is, dude. He's fucking wild, dude.
That's dope.
Got 678,000 followers.
This is one of the coolest jobs I could fucking think of, though. The only part of this job, and they kind of go into it in a little bit of the show that I wouldn't like, is you are also following just complete havoc and destruction with this, because they're stoked because they want to see tornadoes.
Yeah, and people are.
It is a weird thing because you're like, now you're passing through a town that just got destroyed, and you're like, whoa! Yeah, it's kind of not. That's not cool. But
Twister. Twister.
the movie rips.
That is a really good movie.
Fucking
We gotta go. We got cows.
fucking what's it? Philip Seymour Hoffman's in that. He crushes it, dude.
Don't fold.
All right, that's a little teaser for next week. We're gonna do storm chasing. I'm excited, dude. Tornadoes, dude. All right. This
There
is the
it
one.
is.
This is the
There
scary.
it
This
is.
is the scary shit.
It's a level 8. It hasn't,
level
it
8.
hasn't
At
even
least.
erupted, and it's a
It
level 8.
has. And 3 times, but it's been hundreds of thousands of years.
Oh, we're due, right? Something like we're due. Yeah.
We're due for everything right now.
It's all of underneath Yellowstone is a gigantic super volcano that's active. It lies beneath Yellowstone National Park lies one of the world's largest active super volcanoes, believed to have erupted 3 times in the past, most recently around 640,000 years ago. If it were to erupt again, it would be 1,000 times more powerful than a normal volcanic eruption and eject 240 cubic miles of material. It would last for several weeks or even months, instantly destroying everything within a 40-mile radius. Wyoming and surrounding states would be buried in under 3 feet of ash, which is rock and glass. Because it's so hot, the dust just melts into glass.
Fuck.
Ash in the atmosphere would block out the sun and cause a volcanic winter that would last up to 20 years.
That's the problem. Like in that situation, I want to be right there. I don't want to deal. I want to be in the main blast zone. I do not want to deal with 20 years of volcanic winter. That's bad.
It'd be like 20 years of darkness, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, you're not thinking about how there's this sick ass crew going around, and you're the guy. You're the guy that makes.
Yeah.
them
Also,
happen.
you could do because it's always dark. You could do comedy at any time. Mm-hmm. That's true. That's I'm not thinking. You're right.
Yeah, you're not thinking about how you play it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Just see how far you can go.
Yeah.
Wait, so the red and the purple and the yellow.
So the red is the main blast zone. Anyone in the red zone would be killed instantly as soon as the blast went off. Mm-hmm. Most of the magma, because of the way this is shaped, would actually fall back into Lake Yellowstone, which is where this is underneath. The purple zone would be people that would probably die pretty close to after, but they would be covered in 3 feet of ash. And then this zone right here, you get some survivors, but it would be pretty bad. All of North America would be covered in a blanket of ash of some sort.
But you would probably live in Texas.
We would survive the initial blast, but there's no telling who would survive once like power goes out and everything that we depend on from that area of the world as well. There's a lot of like energy and oil and gas that comes from that area.
Dude, even if we make it through all that, there's no food in
Yeah.
a few months.
Crops will start dying. You have no internet, electricity, any of that. And then on top of that, the temperature around the earth is going to drop more than 5 degrees Fahrenheit because it'll be at least twice as big as that one. It's twice as big as Tambora. So, I mean, you're looking at 5 to 8 degrees Fahrenheit drop all around the world.
Do it.
Yeah. If there was still sunlight, I'm with you. The problem is that there will be no sunlight, and that's a big issue, especially for guys that wear tanks like us. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do?
Kind of makes this is the only scenario where I've ever thought having a fallout shelter might not be a bad idea.
How
if you wanted to
how
survive.
far underneath the ground is it? Like how deep? It's underneath Lake Yellowstone.
Like 10 feet. It's right there.
So
dude.
this picture right here, you can't even go in this water because you boil alive. It's so hot. It's right there on the surface. Right down here in the distance, you can kind of see. That's a geyser. Over here is Old Faithful. It's all like right
You ever
here.
been Old Faithful? I haven't either. I want to go.
It's really cool.
But it goes off once every, like hour and a half or something? Like on
I
the
don't-
clock?
I don't know the exact.
It's a geyser.
They call it, you know why they call it Old Faithful? Because it runs like a clock. Like it's like that predictable. It's faithful.
Oh.
That's why I think that's why they call it that, right?
Yeah, it is. 20 times a day.
And can be predicted with a 90% confidence rate within a 10-minute variation. Interesting.
Yellowstone's a crazy place.
Can you pull up a video of it going off?
Yeah.
Can you get down to where the lava is underneath it? Is it humanly impossible? Do we have the technology to
I'm sure we could. I just don't know why you would.
to see it?
Just to look at it.
Because I imagine it's like
It gets hot quick when you go down. I think there was what's the deepest hole is like somewhere in Russia or whatever where they just tried to dig down as far as they could and their shit just started melting like pretty quickly.
I think it's Jack's girlfriend.
Oh,
Jack Timmons.
that's not okay. She's a real person. We can't.
I know she's my friend.
It's so different when it's like if he didn't have a girlfriend, you say that.
Here also.
That's pretty cool, dude. Old Faithful. I like volcanic fucking shit. I want to go.
The crazy one about Yellowstone is the actual hot springs pools
Yeah,
that are right
yeah.
by there because a lot of people will go thinking, like tourists will go, thinking they can get into it and,
And
get
it's
close.
boiling hot.
They fall in and a lot of people have died. They just boil alive.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yellowstone's so cool.
I would like to go do hot springs though. The ones that you can get in. Those seem so
That's
relaxing.
Iceland.
Yeah.
In Wyoming, they have those in Thermopolis, Wyoming, actually.
Thermopolis, Wyoming.
Yeah.
That sounds like a town that was buried by a volcano.
It's also called It's also called Coulter's Hell. It was discovered by this guy that got lost traveling along with Lois and Clark.
So what's interesting about that wording is that he didn't discover it; he was lost.
He got lost and then stumbled upon it. You're right. He didn't discover anything.
Yeah, he didn't go out being like, "I'm going to discover this." He was like, "I need to get home," and like ran into this.
Yeah. What's up with that bitch Sacagawea?
Well,
What's her story?
well, I mean, if you don't know anything about her, why do you think she's a bitch? She could have been so nice.
I don't know.
She has her own coin.
She does have her own coin.
Dollar coin, right?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Sacagawea coin?
Yeah.
I got a couple, dude. We could do a whole episode on her, though.
On Sacagawea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark and
Ooh,
Sacagawea.
Lois and Clark.
Louisiana
What was-
Purchase, dude.
Okay, yeah, those are both good.
Yeah. We're crushing it, dude.
We're thinking.
We're thinking. Do we have more volcanic eruption
I
slides?
have a few more slides here. I just did a couple more slides that are just, these are all the active volcanoes that can completely shut the world down if they go off.
Oh.
There's so many. That's too many.
Yeah,
So
we need some sort of defense system, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't know what you could do.
I just don't. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, what could you humanly possibly do? Dude, I like your idea. I like where your head's at. It's just not gonna work. First of all, you know how much tinfoil you would need? There's more. There's more. You would need more tinfoil than exists in the world.
I don't know. Have you ever been to Costco?
It's so stupid. So nice. Hey, make another trip, dude. We're not even close. You're out there fucking his whole rolls.
She's gonna blow
Faster!
When I was doing this research, I thought maybe there was a handful of super volcanoes. There's actually 20 in the world.
Fuck,
right
that's
now.
4 handfuls.
Dude.
These are the.
I love that.
These aren't even all super volcanoes. These are just the ones that would cause the most devastation if they had a major eruption.
You think they talk shit? We're like, can you believe they call Wyoming a super volcano? That guy doesn't even fucking do shit. That guy hasn't erupted in 600,000 years. What's he done lately?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mount St. Helens must have such a chip on its shoulder. Literally, it's cut out.
It's a week-to-week league. It's a
week-to-week league, dude.
You know?
It's so stupid.
This one, Cumbre Vieja of the Canary Islands, would be a big one. If it erupted with a major eruptions, scientists warned that a major eruption could cause the entire western flank of the volcano to fall into the sea, creating a mega tsunami in the Atlantic. Traveling at 500 miles per hour, it would wipe out Florida, coastal Brazil, and parts of Europe with high waves up to 160 feet.
So, like with tsunamis, you know they're coming, right? So, like, if you were a surfer and you just knew there was no way you could run from it,
Catch that
you
last
gotta go
wave.
try and get it,
You gotta
right?
get
You gotta
that
go try and get
last
on that
wave.
thing.
Well,
Could you
that's-
imagine you see it coming, you just see a guy, you're like, holy shit.
Well, that's actually the way to survive it.
it's to surf it.
Surf it. You
Yeah,
catch the
be on
wave
top
and
of
stay on
it.
top of it.
Yeah, ride the wave, dude.
This one out in Mexico is right next to Mexico City, which it's like 40 miles away from Mexico City, so everyone would be fucked in Mexico City if it goes off.
Mexico City's a huge city too, right?
Yeah,
What's the population of Mexico City?
It's all of Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have one city there. Everything else,
8.8 million.
It's L.A.
that's like, well, LA is like,
8 million.
is LA 8 million?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe that's New York.
Got the rural areas. Like LA can get up to.
LA, well, the greater South SoCal area is 25 million. Look up Greater Los Angeles population.
12.8
12.8 million. Yeah, so it ain't got shit on LA.
The big one is still
There are more Mexicans in LA than there are Mexicans in Mexico City.
They are both the cities with the worst traffic.
True. Interesting. Now we have data to support Mexicans are bad at driving.
Yeah, I think that's why they're all walking to the border. It's faster. Pew, 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 pew.
God, dude.
Mount Tambora is still, in my opinion, probably the most potentially dangerous, just because the population of Indonesia has grown by 116 million since the last one erupted.
Dude, like, we think our populations of our cities are big. We're not even putting up. Asian numbers are crazy.
Indonesia's insane, dude.
Yeah, but just like, I mean, objectively, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but objectively,
Too many of
there
them.
are too many Chinese people.
That's what
You
I've
know
been
I'm
saying. No, I've been saying this. I've been saying this in my fucking act, dude.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
too many Chinese people.
I tried to do a joke like that forever. I never got it to work. What's the joke? What are you trying to do?
The way I get into it is that there's Uyghur Muslims. Is that there's Chinese Muslim
Yeah,
people
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Because then I can attack because it's coming from a Muslim place. And
Right,
I
right,
go, yo, there's just, we got Chinese Muslims, there's too many of them.
Yeah,
You know, if it's
yeah.
out there.
That's what I tried to do the exact same thing. I would just go. I did it exactly what I did just now. Objectively, listen, I'm not talking shit, but just if you look at the numbers, there are too many Chinese people.
Have you been to a college campus recently?
It's so stupid.
You know, how it's crazy that all these super volcanoes are out there, and I don't give a fuck, and no one does. Like, no one really cares. Like, I'm so stupid that I saw. We're talking about how the world's gonna end if any of these goes off. I saw Red Zone and I was like, "Yo, NFL's back," and I'm like, yeah, that's all I've been thinking about this whole slide.
That's why they do it, dude.
Fucking 8 hours
Dude,
commercial
Josh
free.
is right. They have all that shit, so we're not thinking about the banks.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. $24 billion worth of damage.
That's not that much.
How do they know? Yeah.
How do they predict the damage?
Yeah.
Is that all of that area is
companies.
worth?
That's what it's got to be. Is insurance companies? Yeah, they're the ones who do all the estimation on catastrophes.
Yeah, with like Mount Vesuvius, they know this many people live around the volcano, and there's this many houses. So I'm sure there's a formula.
Volcanic eruptions not covered by insurance.
Really?
I used to sell insurance. Yeah.
Act of God.
Acts of God are not covered by insurance.
Act of God?
It's a real
not
thing.
an act of nature?
It's a real thing in the verbiage. Act of God is not.
Dude, an act of God, they're like, yo,
Also,
God didn't want you to have your house.
military activity or invasion is not covered either.
That makes
Alien
sense.
invasion?
No, well,
Yeah,
it's
that would
not.
probably be
It's
considered
it's
military.
not. Well, now they probably got to add that wording in. Congress is talking about fucking.
That'd be crazy.
That seems so like out of question, unreasonable until today. All of a sudden, I'm checking to see if my insurance covers alien abduction, like for real.
You gotta have that good insurance.
Yeah,
You
dude.
want that?
Well, I had this idea of I wanted to sell fake alien abduction insurance, like with a policy and everything, online as like a gag gift. We should do that through the podcast.
Trailer, the fake commercials you sell off the phone insurance.
Yeah,
Dude,
alien abduction
and people will
insurance.
buy it, and it'll never
we can
happen.
deny
and we'll-
every claim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, and I want to be the guy that denies the claim.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do it.
You'd be great at that.
I want to be the alien abduction adjuster.
Yes.
That comes.
Yeah,
to the
that comes
side.
out and be like, all right, tell me what happened.
We gotta do this. Holy shit.
This is a great idea.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We can
God,
do it as
we're
a,
fucking
as a
on fire.
commercial. Yeah. I think that's it.
All right.
Sick. Well, good episode. Well, I think we're
Great.
good, right?
That's probably an hour.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, couple of things before we go here. I want to plug a couple of things because we haven't been plugging some of the things that we do need to plug. First of all, thank you, Big Laugh Comedy. Check them out. Check them out. All their shows. I run a show every other Tuesday at Sunset Strip called Comedy Underground. It's a great showcase. Come out, buy tickets. You can find tickets in my link tree on my Instagram.
We'll link them in the bio.
Also, every first 3 Mondays of every month, me and Casey Rocket do 2 Thumbs Down. It's a bad movie show. It's basically a live ripoff of Mystery Science Theater. You come in, we play a bad movie. Me and Casey and 2 other comedians riff over it. It's a great time. We're trying to build that show up. Please come out and support. I will be no specific dates. That's all I want to plug for myself. You want to plug anything?
No, thank you.
What else do we need to plug? Am I not thinking of?
That's it for today.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Remember, before you go here, make sure you want to like, subscribe, unsubscribe, then resubscribe. And that's it. Don't do anything
all
else.
Anyone here wants you to do.
Yes.
No one here wants you to do anything else.
Dude, yep. All right, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Hasta